Hi folks, it's me Michaela and welcome back to my channel. I am here today with something. Benjamin, we're not going outside. We already went outside once and you got way too overstimulated by the pigeons. If you can hear Benjamin screaming in the background, apologies for that. He's being a drama queen. So, I'm here today because I am going to be doing something I haven't done in a very long time, which is making a TBR of sorts. It's not quite a TBR because I don't actually realistically expect myself to be able to read all of these books in the timeline that I've given. But I was thinking that it is now almost August, which means that summer is almost over. And that means that my summertime reading is about to come to a close. And I was thinking that there's so many books that I feel like I want to read before summer ends. And so here I am now to present to you a list of books I would really like to read before summer ends. Do I expect myself to be able to read all of these books before summer ends? Absolutely not. But I just thought it'd be fun to make a little listy-loo, okay, of things I'm interested in reading. And it will kind of hopefully narrow down my choices of books to pick up when I'm looking for my next read over the next month or so. I feel like the beginning of September is still summer. I mean, it's warm enough that it is. It just doesn't feel like it because it's September or something. You know, once like Labor Day comes around, we're all back to laboring. Not fun. But let's talk about these books, shall we? I have a lovely little pile here, though it is kind of far away from me. Did I move my chair or did my arms just get shorter? So the first book I have on this pile is Unbelievable by Sara Shepard. This is the fourth book in the Pretty Little Liars series, and I've been reading this series with my best friend, so she's already started this. So this is kind of on this list because I needs to read it, but I do also want to read it. I just have extra motivation because I need to catch up to her. It's been just like a really fun time. All of these books so far have been kind of bizarre in the sense that I haven't really had too many like rating opinions on it. I would read the book and I'd just be like, yeah, that book happened, I just read it. And then I'd think about like what rating to give it and I would have like no idea in my mind. It was very bizarre, but it is very fun. It's been fun to kind of like read the books, see how truly weirdly different they are from the show, and also finding out how wild the timeline of this series is, because I'm pretty sure like the first 3 books all happen in the span of like a month. Like the second book is 1 week. So this is like the top of the list of books I want to read, you know? But you know, like a YA mystery teen drama kind of book does give me summer vibes. So that's also kind of why it's on the list. The next book on the list is one that I bought recently, kind of on a whim, Among Friends by Ebbott. And I got this because, okay, how do I explain this story? So I was scrolling on Instagram and Instagram gave me a book of the month ad. And then I went, oh my God, book of the month. I wonder if they finally deliver to Canada because it's been years since I last thought about book of the month. And then I looked at book of the month and book of the month was like, oh yeah, we do deliver to Canada. And I was like, oh my God, how fun. Maybe I should get book of the month. And then I saw this book on the book of the month list and then it sounded really interesting. So then I decided maybe I'll get book of the month and then buy that book. But then I went to go put in my shipping address and book of the month was like, actually JK, we don't ship to Quebec. So now I'm just stuck receiving all of these emails from book of the month when I can't even book of the month, even though I would like the book of the month, but I can't book of the month. So book of the month, figure that out, okay? Or at least like tell me before I have to enter my address that you can't deliver to me. Like, rude. So rude. But this is a debut novel, I believe, and it is a general fiction about, I'm pretty sure it's centering some like middle-aged couples. They've known each other for like 30 years. They go to a birthday party for one of their, like, it's like their 50-something birthday for one of them. And then kind of like, I think things like blow up and fall apart and there's like drama and all of that. So it sounded really intriguing and I just happened to be in Indigo then later because obviously I couldn't get it through book of the month, and I just kind of saw it on the shelf and I was like, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna get it, and I did. So now I own this book and I would like to read it this summer. I then have The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. I have been talking for like the entirety of this year about how I would like to do a reread of the Hunger Games series, and I think starting it in the summer would be ideal, just because from what I remember, like these are very like bingeable, quick reading kind of books. And again, YA, it's a little like easier on the noggin, and I think especially since I have like a fair amount of general fiction. Benjamin! No! I also think since I have like some more general fiction heavier books on my TBR list, that like keeping some not as tough on the brain things on the list to balance it out is important. So I would really love to get into this before summer ends and then read the other 2 books, you know, before the end of 2025. But like, look, when I say this is an aspirational TBR, like it's very aspirational. I don't think that's going to be my reality, but I would love it to be my reality. I wish I was that on top of things with my reading, but unfortunately I'm not. Okay, I then have one that probably doesn't feel that much of a summer read, but it's The Winners by Fredrick Backman. Just because this is like hockey, middle of nowhere, Sweden, it's always winter book, it doesn't like give summer vibes, but it is like general fiction, and like general fiction just in general gives me summer vibes. So I've kind of been feeling like reading some general fiction, and I have been wanting to read The Winners now. Like I've been preparing myself mentally to read The Winners for the last 6 months, and I would like to finally get to it, finally make myself pick up this giant book, let it devastate my soul. My hair is in it. Cry my eyes out. Hate that the trilogy is over. Move on to my next Fredrick Backman. That would be my ideal self. It would be. I loved Beartown, and I loved Us Against You, which are the other 2 books in this trilogy. A Man Called Uwe is one of my favorite books of all time. I read his new release, My Friends, earlier this year, and really enjoyed it. Not my favorite Fredrick Backman, but still really good. So I expect to love this book. 100%. The last 2 books I have on my list are ones that my man recently bought me. He's gone away for work for the next month, which is sad. Very sad. But before he left, he bought me books to read while he was gone because I'm going to have more time on my hands. So cute. So the first one I have is Greta and Valdin by Rebecca K. Reilly. And again, general fiction. There's something about general fiction in the summer that just works for me. So from what I can tell, this is kind of like a family drama-ish. It's like following 2 siblings as they're both kind of dealing with pivotal points of their lives. Valdin, his work brings him back into contact with his ex, and then Greta, I believe, is just dealing with a lot of family drama stuff. So it sounds like something that's going to be both like emotional and deep, but also maybe a bit funny and quirky. So I'm quite excited about this. I might like make this like my read it on the plane while I'm going on vacation book, because I feel like it's a short enough book that I could accomplish most of this during like a 7-8 hour travel day, and then I could like read it all in the one day. Who knows? Potentially. And then the final book is Either Or by Elif Batuman, and I got this because this was just happened to be in the clearance section. So like hardcover for $8, thank you, and also hardcover for free because actually my man bought it for me. So instead of $36, it was $8. Fantastic. We love a deal. But this was like one of those books that I kind of like just put on my want to read on like Goodreads or Fable or something, just like because I saw it somewhere and I was like, oh, that looks good. And then I actually went to pick it up because I saw it in the clearance section and I actually read what it's about, and it sounds really intriguing. You're following a sophomore at Harvard in 1996, and she's trying to answer a lot of questions that have come up from her summer that she spent in Hungary, and kind of figuring out like answers to these questions, and also just the kind of idea of not being a crazy woman. I think I'm explaining it really bad, but it sounded really good. This is the same author as The Idiot, which I haven't read, but I know it because it's like that one that has the cover where it has like the rock on it or something, right? Every time I see that book cover, I'm like, that's such an interesting book cover. I should read that book. And then I haven't. But I got this book now. And again, general fiction, I'm all about it for summertime. Okay, we're here. And the great thing about this is that a lot of these are other than, wow, can I talk? Other than the Hunger Games, which is a planned series to begin anyway, all of these are either like standalone books or helping me complete series, which is always my overall goal in life constantly for my reading. So, you know, like I said, aspirational TBR. I would love to read all of these books before summer is over and I leave my summertime general fiction feelings and then I just start reading all of the fantasy again in the fall and winter. So like this is the time. If I want to get a lot of my general fiction read, like I need to grasp my opportunity while it's here. So that is my aspirational TBR of books I want to read before the summer ends. If you happen to like the video, make sure to give it a like, give it a little thumbs up. If you happen to like me, consider subscribing. I'd be happy to have you. Let me know what are some books that you're wanting to read before summer ends. What genres do you tend to lean towards when it is the summer? For me, I like to read romance and I like to read general fiction a lot in the summer. I would love to know if you feel the same or differently, and if you have read any of these books, let me know your thoughts on them. And with that, I hope you're having a wonderful day today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.